For years, Canadians believed they were making smart choices at the grocery store, choosing the cheaper store, stretching their pension, trying to protect their families from rising costs. But what if those choices were never really yours to begin with? In 2017, a major investigation revealed that some of Canada's largest grocery companies had been quietly working together, not competing, but coordinating prices. For 14 years, the price of something as basic as bread was manipulated. And here's the part most people still don't realize. Many of the cheap grocery stores Canadians rely on today are owned by those exact same corporations. So when you walk into a different store thinking you're saving money, are you actually saving? Or just paying slightly less inside a system that's already controlled? In this video, we're breaking down the 8 cheapest grocery stores in Canada in 2026. But more importantly, we're uncovering what you're really getting and what you might be risking. Stay with me until the end, because the safest and smartest options are not what most Canadians expect. Before we talk about the cheapest stores, you need to understand the system behind them, because without that, nothing on this list makes sense. In Canada, 3 corporations dominate the grocery market: Loblaw Companies Limited, Empire Company Limited, and Metro Inc. Together, they control roughly 80% of grocery sales nationwide. That means most stores you see, even with different names, logos, and layouts, are often owned by the same few companies. Organizations like Competition Bureau Canada have investigated these market dynamics for years, and in 2017, the findings shocked the country. Major grocery players were involved in a bread price-fixing scheme that lasted from 2001 to 2015. Think about that. For over a decade, prices weren't naturally rising. They were being coordinated. For seniors on fixed income, for families budgeting every dollar, that had real consequences. Now ask yourself, if this happened once, how confident are you it's not still influencing prices today? That's why this list matters, because cheap doesn't always mean fair, and it definitely doesn't always mean transparent. Let's start with number 8. At number 8, Real Canadian Superstore. This store built its reputation on value, large selection, one-stop shopping, loyalty points. For many Canadians, especially seniors, convenience matters. But convenience comes at a cost. Operating a full-service store, pharmacy, bakery, clothing, increases overhead, and those costs are built into your grocery bill. Yes, you earn points, but those points keep you inside the same corporate ecosystem. At number 7, Costco. Costco is often seen as the smart shopper's choice, and in many cases it is. Bulk pricing can significantly reduce cost per unit. But here's the hidden risk: overbuying. For seniors or smaller households, food waste becomes a real issue. Perishable items expire before they're used, and studies referenced by groups like Consumer Reports consistently show that bulk buying only saves money when consumption matches purchase size. Otherwise, you're not saving, you're losing. At number 6, Giant Tiger. This one stands out. Privately owned, not part of the big 3. That alone is rare in Canada. Prices are competitive, sometimes very good. But the trade-off: limited fresh food selection. For older Canadians focused on nutrition, that's a concern, because access to fresh produce and quality protein matters more with age. So while Giant Tiger offers independence, it doesn't always offer completeness. Quick question for you: do you prioritize lowest price or better food quality? Let me know in the comments, because the next stores force you to make that exact decision. At number 5, Food Basics. This is a stripped-down grocery store. No extras, no luxury, just essentials at lower prices. And for many families, that works. But here's the limitation: no price matching. So if another store offers a better deal, you either miss it or travel to another location. For seniors, mobility matters, and chasing deals across multiple stores isn't always practical. Now, number 4, Freshco. This is where things get interesting. Freshco offers price matching, refund and replace guarantees, and rain checks with extra discounts. On paper, this looks like one of the most consumer-friendly options in Canada. And for smart shoppers, it can be. But remember, it's still owned by one of the big three. So while the policies benefit you, the system behind pricing remains the same. And here's something to think about. If companies can offer these guarantees, why aren't they offered everywhere? Why only in certain stores? That question leads directly to the top three. And this is where the real cost versus value debate begins. At number 3, Walmart. Walmart consistently ranks as one of the cheapest. Their model is simple. Buy in massive volume, negotiate hard, lower prices. And it works. But there's a trade-off many Canadians notice: inconsistent quality, especially in fresh foods. For seniors and families concerned about nutrition, that matters, because saving a few dollars isn't helpful if the food quality isn't reliable. At number 2, no-name stores, pilot locations by Loblaw. This is a new concept: ultra discount, minimal selection, about 1,300 products compared to 30,000 in regular stores. Prices often lower than anywhere nearby. But here's the deeper issue. If Loblaw can sell groceries this cheap here, why not everywhere? Why are other stores more expensive? That question doesn't have a simple answer, but it points to one thing: pricing is not just about cost, it's about strategy. And now we reach number 1, the cheapest option for most Canadians, but also the most controversial. At number 1, No Frills. No Frills consistently ranks as the cheapest grocery store in Canada. Simple stores, limited service, lower prices, and for families struggling with rising costs, that matters. But here's the full picture. No Frills is owned by Loblaw, the same company that admitted involvement in the bread price-fixing case. Now, does that mean you shouldn't shop there? Not necessarily. For many Canadians, it's the most practical option. But you should shop smart. Here's how. Use price matching to your advantage, focus on essentials, avoid impulse buying, and compare unit prices, not just shelf prices. And most importantly, don't rely on just one store, because the safest strategy isn't a single store, it's awareness. Organizations like Health Canada emphasize informed food choices, not just cheap ones. And that's the real takeaway. Cheap groceries aren't always bad, but blind trust can be. Final question. Do you think grocery prices in Canada are fair or controlled? Tell me in the comments. Your grocery bill isn't just numbers, it's your health, your family, your future. If this video helped you see things differently, subscribe, because the next product in your kitchen might not be what it seems. Stay informed, stay aware, and protect your wallet.